You said that there would be sightings, why do most of the sightings seem to be around New Jersey? I mean, it's a large state and all, but what is so special about New Jersey that's getting most attention from this? I've never seen drones here. I've never seen them flying around Virginia. And second question, drone-related question. I know we are building on you're developing the military's ability to detect drones. Are you also working on their ability to defeat drones in the area?
Yeah, absolutely. To answer your last question, and I would encourage you to go take a look at the counter unmanned strategy that we put out, just last week, that talks about the approach that we're going to take, and that includes the ability to defeat drones both kinetically and non-kinetically. And so, again, looking at places like Ukraine, we've seen the impact that drones can have on the battlefield, and so it's something that the department's taking very seriously. As for your question in terms of the preponderance of sightings, reported sightings in the New Jersey Northeast corridor, I can't answer that question, Mike. Again, personal experience, I have seen drones in DC. I've seen drones, personal drones flying around. And as I've mentioned from this podium before, one of my close relatives is a private drone operator, and I'm sure some of that person's neighbors have often wondered, what that drone is doing. Without taking a holistic snapshot of every single privately operated drone across the United States, some of which can be that big, some of which can be that big, it's hard to know specifically, why at this point in time. And again, as was highlighted in the joint statement, the current assessment explains what we think most of those are, to include piloted manned aircraft. The last thing I would say, and again, completely understand the concerns, completely, will reinforce we're taking this seriously. It's sometimes when you focus on something, suddenly you notice more. And so, there's always the potential that because of the heightened awareness, now we're just more aware of this particular issue. But again, we'll continue to take this very seriously. We'll continue to take appropriate action if and when it's deemed that any of these drones near U.S. military installations pose a threat. But in the meantime, again, I think it's been very clear that we've not identified that any of these drone sightings were suspected as anomalous or that it presented national security or public safety risk over civilian airspace in New Jersey or other states in the Northeast.
From the press, it makes no sense. Joe Biden celebrated Friendsgiving yesterday.
It's been told on this planet. What they do is they tell us they set a time for this already somewhere, and then what they do is they close all the roads. Secret Service does. And you want to lose all support for your Coast Guard and don't let her vote for me again, I better get the hell out of here.
To be somewhere.
Okay.
And then what they do is close all the roads. The Secret Service does. And if you want to lose all support for your Coast Guard, no one will ever vote for me again. I better get the hell out of here.
To be fair, when he was repeating what Pelosi was telling him when he was fired for the presidency, but it's hard with understanding reading lips with someone with a lot of plastic surgery. So that was his best guess. But I think what Dear Joe was trying to say is that they're going to cause a traffic jam, and it's going to make people hate him even more. So he needs to go now. I think that's what he was trying to say. Or it was a horrible excuse because he had to pee really bad. To be an Austin scare, he's the current president.
Yep.
We always forget that. You know, aliens, land attacks. This is the guy at the helm.